Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Too Good to Be True podcast. I'm your host, Pascal Mayala, aka Le Maréchal, aka the Black Leopard, aka the Black Phantom. We will not have a lot of talk today because this week I will go on a trip in France, so I will not be back until Monday morning. So I'm probably not going to do the podcast on Friday and Monday or other days on this week. But I will be catching up with the latest news that that what's going on in the world of sport, in the world of culture, and so on and so forth. If you like this podcast, don't forget to listen to Apple Podcast on Spotify and Google Podcast Manager. But also we have this podcast on Amazon Music. Amazon Music. And also we have we had this podcast that you can listen also on I will tell you right about now on Castbox, Too Good to Be True. You can listen to that to this podcast as well. So today we're gonna talk about sport. But let's talk about what happened 2 days before. LeBron James reaching 40,000 points. He is the first player to score 40,000 points in his 21-year career as an NBA player. Man, I do feel old. And I remember where I was when he broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar record. We all remember February 2023. I had to find the date, and I had to find the date when LeBron James broke the record. If I trying to look for it, I think it was February. It was February 2003, but I have to remember the date. Wait, I'm gonna look for it right now. I'm gonna look for it. Wait, it was what date? It was, what is it? What was it? Like February 7th. February 7th, 2023. He was against OKC. That's why he broke Kareem record, all-time scoring, and I remember watching that game. I felt like, oh, he's close to breaking that record. And once he shot, did a fadeaway over one player of OKC, it went in, and everybody went nuts. I mean, he broke the record. Like, I never thought a million years that he will break Kareem Abdul-Jabbar all-time scoring record. And now that he has 40,000 points, he's the only player to do that. I don't think we're gonna ever see somebody break 40,000 points in all scoring lists. I don't think we're gonna see somebody break it for another like 30 or 40 years. Now, because with the offense, now that it's more offensive game than defensive game. No, I mean the offense is spread out open. And I can tell you this. This is a body of work of this man, man. This man, LeBron James, a kid from Akron, Ohio, a small town, I might add, breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scoring points last year, and this year he's the only one he scored 40,000 points. And I remember and when LeBron was drafted, I was in third grade because he was drafted in June, and his first game was against Sacramento King, dropping 25 points, I believe, 8 rebound, and I believe seven, 8 assists, something like that. I'm not really a stat guy, but he dropped 25 points. I remember that. His first rookie year. And I remember he was in the same draft with Carmelo Anthony, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, David West, and Darko Milicic. And I wasn't a LeBron James fan. I was a Carmelo Anthony, because if I ever show you, if I had done a YouTube channel, I would show you my Carmelo Anthony action figures. You'll be stunning about it. But I didn't know he will be. I know he was good, but I did not know he would be this great as a player and as an activist and as a human being. What is LeBron's legacy? If you ask me, what is the LeBron legacy? I mean, he has done it all. Winning championship, winning MVP, All-Star MVP, so on and so forth. And I know he wants to play with his son, which I want to see it. I'll be honest with you. I want to see it. And I do think that he's the second best player all around after Michael Jordan. I think his legacy already cemented. And one of the all-time greats. Now, does it mean that he's in the GOAT discussion? Yeah, he's already in the GOAT discussion. I'll be honest with you. But do you think he's better than Michael Jordan? No. In my opinion. But I will say this. What LeBron did, it will never reduplicate again. It will never reduplicate. Mark my word for it. And congratulations to be the first player to reach 40,000 points. And another congratulations. It is Caitlin Clark from the Ohio University. She has broken Pistol Pete Maravich scoring record in NCAA women basketball period. She has 3,685 points, an all-time record. I mean, congratulations to her. Now, I'll say this. As much as I love Caitlin Clark, the only thing she needs to accomplish is to win the NCAA championship in March Madness. Sorry. If Caitlin Clark win the championship she's gonna be one of the GOAT discussion in the GOAT discussion of NCAA players in the history of basketball. Yeah, I know people try to crown her now that she's the GOAT. I don't think so. Not yet. She need to win a national championship before you claim her the GOAT. Wait, I'll be back a couple of minutes. But I know one thing for sure, that Caitlin Clark need to win a national championship. Because if she doesn't, mark my word, there'll be people will say, yeah, Caitlin Clark was a great player. But she need a championship to solidify her greatness. And that is true. She needs to solidify her greatness. And that's what is missing on her resume, winning a national championship. Because if she doesn't, also, guess what? Angel Reese, she won a national championship last year. She's gonna claim that I beat you in the NCAA finals. And guess what? I got a ring to prove it. And Caitlin Clark, as much of a great player that she is, she's not going to win a chip if she doesn't accomplish it. So that's all I got to say about that. About Caitlin Clark. But congratulations on both LeBron James and, like I said, LeBron and Caitlin Clark breaking the scoring point record on each of their respective play. No, not play, but respective team. I might add. Now, if you watched last night's game, the Golden State Warriors versus the Boston Celtics. I mean, that game, I don't know what happened. What happened? What happened to the Golden State Warriors? I mean, they got bamboozled out of the court. It felt so embarrassing that I had to sleep. Not just sleeping, but changing the other game. There was another game at this hour, the Clippers versus the Timberwolves. In that game, I was more entertained. I was more entertained watching the Clippers and the Wolf versus the Warriors and versus the Celtics. I mean, that was an embarrassment. I mean, if I had to tell you how many points what was the final score, you would not believe me. So I will tell you right now if you missed the game. Boston Celtics won 140-88 against the Golden State Warriors. I mean, and there was a point that Joe Mazzulla rested his players. Same thing with Steve Kerr. He rested his players because they knew they had no chance. They knew they had no chance. I mean, my God. It was so bad that was an ass whip that they took. It was even so bad that I tweeted on my Twitter that can someone call the ABB. I wish that was APP, but whatever. I call it the ABB. ABB, because we can't find the Golden State Warriors. We can't find the Golden State Warriors. I mean, it was an embarrassment. I couldn't find them. People cannot find the Golden State Warriors. They had to do a lost and found for the Golden State Warriors, because that was a terrible game for the Golden State Warriors. But also Klay Thompson got injured. I don't fault him for that. But that was the conclusion of this game. Now, I want to talk about Glorilla. That she a little bit accidentally exposed herself on I don't know. I think it was on social media or Telegram. I think it was Telegram. Yeah, it was Telegram. And in this video, I think everybody saw this. It was a video of Glorilla showing her breast, half naked. Actually, not half naked. Half of her breast. I hate to use the word, but I have to use it. Don't blame me, people. Half her breast, and posted. I didn't think he posted. I think she recorded and she recorded on Telegram. But I would say this: Glorilla has to be careful when she posts, because you're an artist, and you got to be careful when you post something. I just want to say this. That's all I want to say this. I believe Glorilla has a respond. I'm going to look for it. I tried to look the video. I'm going to look the video because she did have a respond on people watching, exposing a little breast. I don't know if I can find it. Hold on. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. I think she responded a video. I'm gonna look for it. If I do not, it's okay. You can look for it. You can look for it. Wait, I'm just gonna look for it. Hold on. If I can find it, but hold on. She had responded something about posting something about. Sorry, I apologize, people, because sometimes I say it, sometimes I'm not prepared. But she did have responded. Yes, I found it. So it is a 47 minute, and I want you guys listen what she got to say. So maybe it will have language, but my apologize. So here we go, people. Listen what she got to say.
Creeping and embarrassing me on the lie, y'all. And let me tell y'all something. Stop acting like y'all so made by a nipple. Baby, it ain't but a nipple. Calm down. Please calm down. Yeah, my curving is embarrassing me on these phones. What's your... I don't know. I'm gonna have the background. Baby, y'all see anything, baby. Y'all gonna cool with these. Y'all gonna play them type of games on my soul.
So you listen to her response. Yes, it was embarrassing, but my advice for you, Glorilla, stop posting your private life, please. Just the only thing, not just her, but every woman showing their nipples. That's my only advice I want to give her. Now, Gilbert Arenas has something to say about the game of today. That I believe I can find it. What he said. He said that Gilbert Arenas blamed European for bad defense in the NBA. So I want to read you what he's got to say, and I'll respond what about Gilbert Arena opinion. So he said that, and I quote, "Get rid of all Europeans. You go to college to learn defense. What college do Europeans go to? They have no athleticism. They have no speed, no jumping ability. They are a liability on defense. They are 150 euros in the league today. Name the top defenders. None. Just Rudy Gobert and the Greek Freak. Other than that, they are offensive players." Child. So this is what Gilbert Arenas responds. And I will say this. Sorry, I was just drinking. I'm drinking my water. This is what I'm gonna say. It is true that in Europe, in European countries, they do have university. That is true. It is true that they're not athletic. They're not athletic. They have no speed, no jumping ability. That part, it is 100% true. But on defense, I'm gonna disagree with you. I'm gonna disagree with Gilbert Arenas blaming the European for bad defense, and I will tell you why I disagree with him about this subject. Because, and I live in Europe. I'm born in Germany. If I ever one day try to do my another podcast, I will tell you my background story. So I'm born in Europe, raised in Canada, live in France. It is true what he said about athleticism and no jumping ability. That is true. But you cannot blame European for that. Remember, I don't know when it started to use more offense, but I do remember in 2005. I didn't watch that NBA Finals. The Pistons versus the San Antonio Spurs. Remember, the Spurs have more European play, so that's why the Greg Popovich used that to put that in the NBA with the system, pick and roll, cut the basket. It used to be like back in the day, there was no fundamental. And if you remember, that was also the low in scoring during that time. So David Stern had to change the way the view watch the game of basketball, because now you try to run away, try to chase the casual fan away for watching basketball. So that's why they implement more offensive play and play less defense. And then when the 2010 came in, that's where early in mid 2010, the Golden State Warriors were jacking threes thanks to Stephen Clay. And because of analytic will play a huge factor. Analytics said that you need to score more and play less defense. I wish I have the I wish I have the stat of the NBA offensive in 2000. I'm gonna look for it. 2014, 2015 season, and I want to see the Golden State Warriors the high. Let me see which team had the highest. Remember back then, even though the Golden State was jacking threes, did you know in offensive rating, the Los Angeles Clipper was the highest? If you ask the offensive rating, you would tell me it was 112.4 offensive rating compared to the Golden State Warriors 111.6, which is close. Now, if you look at to 2015, 2016 highest, the Golden State Warriors. That was after they won their championship. The Golden State Warriors offensive ratings was 114.5. And you know how many average points they did? 114.9. The Golden State Warriors, remember, they were a 3-point specialist. Now look at it now. The 2023 to 24. Because I would say this. Did you know the Boston Celtics in offensive rating, they 122.7 rating in offensive scoring? If I look at their defense, if I can find their defense right now, The the Atlanta Hawks are the what? The highest defensive rating by 120.5 100 by 120.5. And you blaming, if you look at the top 10 right now, top team, the highest defensive. The Spurs, they're ranked seven in the list of the highest defensive. Are you blaming that on European? Or you should blame the NBA for that, Gilbert Arenas? And I said, I just read it from a computer. I'm not a stat mathematician. But the facts are the facts. You cannot blame all on European. Do I wish I want to see defensive play in the NBA? Absolutely. Because I would say this. Defense wins championships, not offense. And when the playoffs start, the playoff is a different thing. Sorry, I need to drink water, man. I don't know why I'm coughing. But you get my points. In Gilbert Arenas, you know who's the last team who's had the worst defensive rating? It's the Houston Rocket. This season, 112.8. And I always say this. I think, even though I'm not a huge fan of the fundamental, but fundamental games is fun. Pick and roll, cut, having a little bit European style in the NBA. You know what? That's great for the NBA. You can do both, in my opinion. But do not blame the European for that, Gilbert Arenas. They don't have the same. And I say this, they don't have the same a system like in the United States. Or you know what? And the same thing in Canada. The same thing in Canada. In Canada, we do have college. But the system is a little bit different. In Canada, we have European style and American style. Both. We have both. So, I don't know what Gilbert was thinking. I think I want him to be specific when he say that. But this is my opinion on this subject. I mean, not only you think Greek Freak and Rudy Gobert are great defenders. What about the Gasol brothers? What about Marc Gasol? He won Defensive Player of the Year. I just looked at it. I mean, I see the comment. What about Victor Wembanyama? He played defense, and he's European too. So his takes a little bit out of bounds, personally. So that is my opinion on that. So, but also, I'm not gonna call him full of shit because Gilbert Arena is a high intellectual guy. So that's all I gotta say. Now, before I leave, I want to say this. Jalen Brunson. I didn't watch the game, but I believe Jalen Brunson got hurt on the I believe a couple of seconds, um, right before, right before they did the play. So I'll get well soon. I think he got a knee. Yeah, he suffered apparently a left knee. Yeah, a left knee. I hope he's okay. I hope he's not out for a month because the New York Knicks need him. To quite honest, be honest with you. But I hope he gets well. So that's all what I gotta say today. For this podcast, I said I won't have much time, but if you want to follow me on my social media, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it is actually X, formerly Twitter. It is Bally versus PMM on Instagram. Pascal underscore Mayala underscore 15. Same thing with Threads. And if you want to listen to this podcast, you can listen to the podcast on Spotify, on Apple Podcast, on Google Podcast Manager, on Castbox, and on Amazon Music. So until then, this is your boy Pascal Mayala, and I'll see you next week.